I don't know. It should be good. I'm trying to think of like a good question so someone could win the moto things. You know, something like not completely random. All right, what about this? All right, can they tweet it now, or will it be too confusing? It'll be too confusing. All right, too confusing, man. I'll try to think of something.
Are you gonna
later.
do like a two-part fun question?
No, I was gonna do like ask something like, who do you think should win the tournament? And then out of those people who pick.
Oh, who pick during this round? They can win during the finals.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a really good way to do it.
It is, right?
Yeah, I don't think this is a little too much to do on the fly.
All right.
But for future,
because then it's like less random. Then at least the people at home could analyze, and you know, it's like kind of
it's like it turns it into a little bit of a skill game.
Yeah,
even though it's still random out of the people who get it right.
Yeah, of course.
You know.
So.
And you can also just guess.
Yeah, and then what you can also do is kind of pick the guy who has like no chance because no one else is really going to pick it.
So that you have a higher chance of getting it if that person gets
actually wins. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
or
what?
You could just pick your favorite of the people and then root for them throughout the top 8.
That's good. Yeah.
You know, it makes watching it interesting.
I always like when you know friends root for their friends.
Yeah, I love doing that.
Yeah, I mean, because sometimes like there's people who root against other people. I thought my one friend, I'm not going to say his name, but he's a Pro Tour staple, and he actually likes when you know these people lose, certain people. And I mean, I don't blame him. But
Josh Rabbits?
No. You'll never guess. I'll never say who it is. But
all right.
It's always better when you're cheering for your friend and stuff.
I agree. Yeah. Yesterday I was trying to not be biased for Chris. Did I sound biased in Chris' favor? Matches?
Honestly, whatever you say, Jake, I don't pay attention to. I'm just kidding, buddy. I pay half attention. So no, you didn't sound biased.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I was trying to not sound too biased.
Yeah. All right, so these guys are shuffling. It's right now. It's 9:20 Eastern time. We're in Rhode Island. You guys are probably in all over the world.
Beijing.
I don't think we really have too many.
If you're watching us and you're in Beijing right now, tweet in because I will personally give you 10 free moto tickets.
There's actually a chance that Twitter is blocked in China.
Oh, I guess that's. But in Beijing?
Yeah,
no.
I mean, in like China, sometimes Facebook's blocked. Well, whatever.
All right.
Enough with all this blocking. More attacking. Well, that's what we want to say.
We're all about attacking here.
Let me see this pod rock
live.
No thanks on this thing.
You don't like this deck?
I don't know. I mean, it's cool and it's innovative, but I think this rug player is just gonna clean house.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. And by clean house, I mean play a turn 1 Delver.
All right, and that's what he does.
Yep.
Turn 1 Volcanic Island Delver Secrets. Paul with a Forest, passing the turn back over to Chris.
Yeah.
Chris revealing a Lightning Bolt.
That's pretty good.
Gonna flip this guy up. Yep.
I like how he leaves the bolt on the top of his deck.
I also like that. I do the same thing.
Some people just like
stylistic
flash it,
thing.
you know. So.
All right, Chris gonna bash in here. Put Paul down to 17 once he attacks.
It really tilts me sometimes when why play the Scalding Tarn? Why not just attack first? It's like very small, but it's just the proper way to play, right? For the most part.
Yes, but I mean, it's really not that big of a deal.
Yeah, but I mean, it's good for everybody at home to kind of pick up on this stuff so they can improve their technical
maybe
game.
In case the person has a dismember, you play the other land first, so they try to play round Mana Leak. So maybe he had a reason for it. All right, so he's cracking Scalding Tarn and getting a Tropical Island.
Sure. Yeah.
Right. So.
So what do you think Chris is going to try to do here? Tarmogoyf? Ooh, all right. This is a really good start for him.
It is a good start.
Yeah.
Tarmogoyf, only a 1/2 right now. Not really the most impressive dude. Yeah. But he does have a Lightning Bolt in his hand. And, against Paul's deck doesn't really have that many early drops. Oh, yes. There's a Strangleroot Geist. That's about as good as it gets for him. He has 2 copies of Strangleroot Geist? No, I mean, definitely not as good as it gets. He could have had a Veteran Explorer. Jeez. This deck's insane.
Yeah, it's something. But I think Chris is just going to attack with the 3/2 flyer, getting Paul down to 14. All right. Well, it's because... Oh, okay.
Paul?
Yeah, Thought Scour.
Ooh, a Thought Scour. That's pretty awesome.
All right. Instant and land. And he'll draw. So the Goyf is up to a 2/3 right now.
Yep.
And the Geist will come back as a 3/2. So good attack by Chris. And he doesn't have another land?
Right. No, he does not. He does, however, have like force, and he has multiple bolts, so he can just kill the Strangler guys now.
Yeah.
Because he was able to deal with the previous version of the Strangler guys without having to spend a card.
Sure.
So now it's, he's done well for himself.
All right, so
like when you use just a lightning bolt to deal with Strangler guys, that's pretty good.
Yeah, definitely. So let's see what Paul tries to do here. Paul draws for his turn. All right, there's a Windswept Heath. So Paul falls down to 13 life. Now, every life matters here.
Definitely.
So,
I mean, Chris' deck has burn spells.
If we could have your assistance for a moment, we do have a lost wallet. We would like everyone's help taking a quick look around your area for it. It is a white trifold wallet with a black winged skull on it. If you do see that, please raise your hand in the air and give us a shout so that we can get it back to its owner.
All right, we're back from the announcements. So there's a Permission's Deed from Paul.
And Spell Pierce.
Spell Pierce, all right. So that Totem of God will grow now to a 3/4 because an enchantment is in the graveyard. And Chris will draw. So now what Chris wants to do, he wants to bolt that Strangleroot Geist. So Totem of God will now become a 4/5 because a creature will be in the yard.
Yeah, and that also makes his clock into a 2-turn clock.
Yeah, interesting.
So it would give his opponent the opportunity to block.
Yeah.
I mean, he could have killed his opponent the next turn.
Yeah.
If he had just done it the other way.
Yeah.
And he had Force of Will, so that's like something that could have very, very easily happened.
Well, he could still kill his opponent now because he could just bolt his opponent. But it's
that's true, yeah.
It's just a 1-point damage difference, I would say.
But I mean, if his opponent ends up having something, then like another bolt would be lethal, whereas another bolt wouldn't be lethal otherwise.
All right.
Because he gets opponent to 3.
There's an Inquisition. So maybe Chris will respond and bolt Paul down to 7. See what happens.
Maybe he just has multiple lightning bolts though, so maybe it just shows it to him.
I mean, maybe, but I mean, still, I would have made that play last turn.
Yeah.
All right, bolt goes to the head. It also could be slightly relevant sometimes, like the 1 damage from like a sack land. All right, so
I might have even forced that just so I double bolt.
Nah,
I guess his deck has Kitchen Finks and stuff, right?
Yeah, there's like no need. Paul might have to just take the blue card to prevent him from forcing whatever he's going to cast. All right, so he plays an Eternal Witness, returning Permission's Deed.
That's not really going to be enough.
Yeah, he's dead on board.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's dead on board.
He just dies to the bolt. He bolts the Eternal Witness on attacks, and he all dies.
No, what's going on? Why didn't he kill him?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Paul goes down to 4.
I'm uncertain as well.
Yeah, so Droid making a small mistake there. Chris's nickname among local players is Droid.
Okay.
It's tweeted into us.
There's a Permission's Deed, and there's the Force of Will. All right, and that's game. Yeah, yeah, it's well, so be it. But they're sideboarding, and we're gonna ask her a question pretty soon.
Yep.
So get ready. You wanna tweet into SCG #premium. Try to win yourself 3 months of premium. You know, if you're a gambler and you think you can win 6 months premium, don't even tweet in.
Yeah.
You know,
because I mean, you're not going to win both in a row.
Yeah.
It's just not going to happen.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
And if you really just want the Gen Con badge, don't go for it at all.
Yeah.
Not until the Gen Con badge.
Yeah. All right.
But I think that you guys should tweet in for all of them because that gives you the most chances to win.
Yeah. Good. All right. So do you have the question for us or what?
Sure.
Okay. Cool. All right.
Now, there's somebody who's a reasonably local player to this area who's in this top 8. And he's kind of made a bit of a name for himself in the last year or so. He won a Standard Grand Prix. He came in 2nd place at the Standard Grand Prix in Baltimore just recently. He's in this top 8, and I'd like to know who he is. Who's the hometown hero in this top 8? Who's going to, who's New England's favorite son, we could say.
Okay. All right. So it's a reasonable question. It's one of the players in the top 8, so even if you don't know anything and you don't care to look at the other tweets.
Sure, so the real question should just be, because I'm sure a lot of these players are from New England, the question is, which of the players in this top 8 has been in the finals of 2 standard Grand Prix in the last year.
Okay. Yeah, good question. So how are these guys going to sideboard? What do you think? What do you got for me? You want me to go first?
Sure.
All right. So I think he's going to bring in the 4 submerges.
Okay.
Do you
Makes
agree
sense.
with that?
Yes.
And I think he's going to bring in the dismember.
You think Dismember's good here?
I think it's like pretty good.
I guess it's fine.
Sulfur Elemental doesn't do anything, right?
Sulfur Elemental's pretty bad. No, it's...
Yeah, he has no like weenie white guys, no mother runes or anything?
No.
Okay. So I think it should be one dismember and probably the 4 submerges.
Okay, Paul's side. He has an extra copy of Swords to Plowshares. He's only playing 2 in his main deck. Can only go up to 3. It's a little bit surprising. He has a Maelstrom Pulse. He has Pernicious Deed. And he has an Engineered Explosives.
Okay.
He may also bring in Choke. I think all of Chris's lines are islands, correct?
Most of his yeah, I mean he has 4 wastelands and he has a taiga, so he only has 5 ways to kind of avoid it. Choke is okay versus Rug. It's I mean Choke
it's not
is
the greatest thing though.
Yeah, exactly.
Like once you play it, they're already kind of beating you.
Yeah, and
you know they do a lot of damage in the first couple turns.
Yeah, and the other thing is that they have days, so they could return their tapped land and kind of reuse it. And all their cards are so cheap that I think he would not bring in Choke. Choke's mostly there against a deck like Tom Martell's deck, where it could really shine against a slower deck like that. So that's just my opinion. But I think Chris is just going to, win this match very quickly. I mean, that game only took about 8 minutes to finish.
Wow.
Yeah. So I actually didn't notice that clock there the whole entire time this whole weekend.
Oh, we did have a clock right in front of us. I never noticed it either.
Yeah. Actually, on the break, I went to the Pizzeria Uno's because it was like the only thing open because the mall closes at like 8 o'clock.
Okay.
It was like 7:58 when I left, and I went to the Pizzeria Uno's and the lady was like, "How are you guys doing?" The waitress. She was trying to make conversation, and I wasn't really in the mood for conversation, so I was like, "Okay." And then she was like, "Hey, can I take back this play?" And I was like, "No, not take backs." That's the whole story.
It's a great story, Gerard.
Thanks, man.
Yeah,
Thanks,
I
man.
loved it.
I really needed somebody to tell me that I told a good story there. All right, so we have a lot of tweets in. We have 22 new tweets. Let's see if all 22 people got it right. Wrong. All right, so far all 22 people got it wrong. but I could be lying. So maybe you guys did get it right. So
you may have all got it right.
Yeah. I remember the first time I was doing the commentary, I was like, why does this guy have an egg as his icon? And then I noticed 5 or 6 other people all had eggs as an icon, but it was just like the standard icon. Yeah. So all right, they're starting already. Turn 1 Swamp from Paul. Let's see what Chris has.
Yeah,
up
being
his
on the
sleeve.
play is going to be important for Paul here.
Yeah,
all right, and
pretty
Chris,
good.
Chris is a turn 1 Delver again.
Turn 1 Delver, and then he probably has the days as well. I see a Moment's Peace. A Moment's Peace in Paul's hand. Can you imagine?
Does he have Moment's Peace?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a Moment's Peace.
No, I don't see Moment's Peace.
It's not a Moment's Peace?
No, it's not a Moment's Peace.
Well, it looked exactly like a Moment's Peace.
I mean, I love Moment's Peace, but Moment's Peace I've actually said before is my favorite Magic card of all time. I don't know if I'll stick by that story even now, but there have been times in my life where that has been my favorite card ever.
It looked like a green card with flag. What card is that at the bottom?
I think it's Veteran Explorer.
Oh, that's what it is. Alright, it just looks like a Moment's Peace.
Moment's Peace has a tree.
Yeah.
Where that one has a.
Alright.
And it's a person, but it kind of looks like a.
He was overconfident
log.
there. It was a taiga, but he felt like he was just gonna flip it.
Yeah, he felt it.
Yeah, it went over 50 degrees.
He's probably gonna win the tournament because if he's feeling good enough that he just knew that was gonna flip.
I mean, even though it didn't flip, he's still in his head. He was still proud of it. So now, Veteran Explorer, when it dies, you get two lands.
Yeah, 2 basic lands. They come into play untapped.
Both players.
Is it both players?
I don't know. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's both players. Yeah, 2 basic lands each.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be 2 good otherwise.
Yeah, it's each player.
Each player, yeah.
But Chris' deck doesn't play any basic lands, so... And Chris got to submerge with that, too. That's kind of brutal.
Yeah, it's definitely really good. So the Delver's going to smash in again. Well, first time this game. All right, Paul's down to 16 life. 3 from the Delver and 1 from the sack land. Let's see what Paul's going to add to his board. He goes to tap that Tropical Island and then takes it back. We have a Brainstorm. Alright, so main phase Brainstorm.
Brainstorming. Even has a fetch line in play, so maybe his hand doesn't have the juiciest things right now. But we do know that he has a Submerge.
Yeah, Submerge is really good against Paul's deck. I mean, it's just good against... It's just good when you can just cast it for free. You know,
yeah, against anybody you can cast for free against. Just absurd.
Alright, so Paul smashes in for 3. So 17 to 16 right now. And there's another Ooze. And there's another Veteran Explorer.
So he has double Veteran Explorer, double Scavenging Ooze.
So far, I'm not that impressed with Paul's deck. I mean, of course, the engine didn't start going yet, but right now it just looks like a pretty good draft deck.
Yeah, I mean, it does have some really insane draws, though. Like, if you go, like, turn 1 Veteran Explorer, turn 2 Phyrexian Tower, you can just, like, cast a Titan that turn, right?
Well, next turn. Because the land's going to play tapped.
Yeah. Or, like, you can just have, like, you can get Academy Rector combo.
Sure.
You know.
Alright, so Chris sacks his fetch land. And he'll untap.
Let's see. What would be the best card you could have here?
I'm not too sure. I mean, just like
4 Submerges.
Yeah,
imagine that.
I mean, like the only creature he wants to draw is Delver.
Yeah,
you know,
other guys are pretty bad. He can never attack.
Nimble Mongoose and Tarmogoyf, like they don't really do too much here. So I guess he probably just wants to draw like some more card draw or just another Delver. There's a Nimble Mongoose. And he'll pass the turn.
It's just more counter magic, I guess, is good here.
Yeah. I see Paul drew a Source of Plowshare, which is pretty good.
Definitely a good one here. I mean, it doesn't have white mana yet, but...
You know, but I mean, once he draws that white mana, or once one of the Veteran Explorers dies, he could go fetch it up and have an answer to that 3/2 flyer. He also has a Liliana in his hand, but he can't cast that yet either.
Yeah, his mana base looks like it's a little shaky at times.
Yeah.
Which is a shame. Actually, his mana base looks really good on paper. He happened to draw, like, both of his basic forests and one of his 2 basic swamps.
Well, what he did, I mean, he kind of did it to himself.
Oh, he searched for a forest with Windsap Teeth?
Yeah, because he was concerned because he knows that Chris plays 4 Wastelands.
Yeah,
so.
Okay. Alright, so Forked Bolt's going to get rid of one of the Scavenging Oozes here for Chris.
Okay.
Pretty reasonable.
Yeah. I see a Tarmogoyf in his hand. I see a Submerge that was revealed earlier.
Yeah, Submerge was revealed off the Insectile Aberration when it flipped.
Alright, so he attacks for 3 more points of damage.
Yeah, Paul dropping down at 10 now. Chris with a 4th land. Generally, you don't really want 4 lands when you're playing the Delver deck. 3 is about where you want to stop. But here Paul has a creature to remove with his Scavenging Ooze.
Yeah.
So he's going to go ahead and do that. That's going to make a Scavenging Ooze a little bit bigger.
Sure, yeah.
And it's also going to gain him some life.
Yeah, there's Choke. That could be okay.
So he did bring in the chokes.
Yeah.
I think if that choke was just a land, that'd be way better.
Yeah, and you're actually right. The land's going to play untapped. So you could play a Titan.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's like really good.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah.
And the Titan can then like return it for you to use Phyrexian Tower again.
Yeah. Alright, so Paul's weighing his options here and just plays a choke here.
And, I mean, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean...
Like, it kills the Volcanic Island, and it kind of says, like, okay, all your other lands are one-time use only. But the problem is, like, Chris has a Taiga in his hand.
Yeah.
So he has, like, 3 more blue mana to work with based on the lands in play, and then he has the Taiga to work with for any red mana he's ever going to spend again.
Yeah.
So, not that unreasonable for Chris to win the game without using.
Yeah. Chris only has 1 Taiga in his deck, so, you know, if he had 2, he could fetch up a second Taiga with that Scalding Tarn. But yeah, we'll see. He only really needs 1 red mana to be able to play those bolts and stuff as he draws them. Do you think there's any argument for Chris just to submerge, right now, just to kind of prevent him from drawing a something to get at it? Because he knows he's just completely mana screwed. So why not submerge now? Because
then he can't draw land.
Yeah, exactly.
And then he also won't be able to attack with his 3/3 scavenging ooze.
Yeah, maybe he draws another submerge.
If he draws another submerge, it's just over.
Yeah, exactly. But that's why I think you want to just. Oh, see, did he just draw the?
He drew a plains.
I think he drew a plains.
Oh wow, yeah. If he just submerged this, he would just win automatically.
It would be a different. Or it might have been Caracas.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Obviously it can be wasteland, but as of this turn, it's the same thing.
Yeah, it's like, why not submerge? Like, what are you holding that submerge for?
Yeah, when your opponent's not hitting land drops,
yeah,
and they're also winning a race with creatures, it's like literally all of the conditions that would make submerge the best card ever.
Yeah, you just submerge. Paul drops to 5. You don't have to worry about taking extra damage or anything. I don't know what's going on here.
Quick read of Caracas. He has 2 submerges in his hand? No.
So 2 submerges and he didn't use any?
It would be impossible to lose had he just submerged twice.
Yeah. Paul's on 8 life. He submerges the ooze. He attacks him to 5. He submerges the ooze.
Yeah.
Attacks him for 2. Replays the ooze, and yeah.
Then he's dead.
Yeah, it just pretty much would have been game over if Chris decided to play the submerge, which he should have.
He had 2 of it.
Yeah.
We were saying that maybe, if he had another one of it, and he's letting his Delver. Now I don't see a way for him to win.
Yeah, now he's gonna it went from an unlosable game to probably
close to unwinnable.
Yeah, close to unwinnable. Is that a bolt he just drew? Or was that? Yeah, it's definitely 2 submerges there.
I think it might have been a 3rd submerge. How brutal.
Really? Yeah. No way. All right.
Charm Wave, not very good.
Yeah. Not doing too much here.
It stops Paul from attacking him. Keeps him alive. So in that sense, it is very good.
Yeah.
But, I'm still looking at the game from the perspective that, it just got ripped from Chris, his clutches.
Yeah, Chris just had this game locked up. All right, so Ooze removes a couple of cards, shrinking that Goyf even more. And Paul draws for his turn, and it's a Cabal Therapy. That's really good because now he could, flash back to Cabal Therapy by sacking the Veteran Armor, or Veteran Explorer.
It'd be really funny if he named Submerge and got multiple Submerges. If Chris lets him name. Chris can't let him name here. That'd be unbelievable.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm still tilted over the fact that he didn't Submerge. That really tilts me. Alright. There's another Submerge and another Submerge. Alright, so Goyf gets a bit bigger from the Cabal Therapy and the Submerge. Can't make out what that last card in his hand is.
Paul definitely just sacrificed the Veteran Explorer to Cabal Therapy, right?
It was Lightning Bolt, yeah. 100% Chris would have won that game. So when Submerge attack, yep. Lightning Bolt, yeah.
It wasn't even remotely close.
Yeah, it wasn't, yeah. Alright, so he names Lightning Bolt.
Flashback, named Spell Snare, or whatever. Yep.
Yeah.
Search library for a few lands.
He's gonna be able to play Liliana now.
And it's a shame for Paul because he has to sacrifice or he has to, lose those cards that are put on the top of his deck by getting stuff with Veteran Explorer. But I'm sure he's happy to do that.
Yeah, it's just like a 1/1, and the Ooze kind of did his job. it's nice to have ooze again, maybe, but it's not the best. Yeah, Veteran of the Explorer is a really good card.
Yeah.
Yeah. What set is that?
Visions, maybe?
Visions?
I don't know, it's old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. So here comes
Acidic Slime.
Alright.
It's going to kill the untapped Tropical Island.
Yeah.
Or the Taiga. I would hit the Taiga every time.
Yeah, I would have got the Taiga as well. I mean...
It's the only land that...
I mean... yeah, it's like...
And he doesn't even have cards in his hand right now.
Yeah.
His opponent, because he Cabal Therapy away his hand.
Yeah. I mean, if he draws Bolt... no, like...
I'm laughing at the tweet that we just got.
If he draws Lightning Bolt, can't he win?
Yeah.
So, wait, how big does it go? If instant, land, creature... Wait, the Taiga's untapped. Yeah. Okay.
Paul even noticed.
Yeah,
I
draws...
noticed after he did it.
Was that a Delver?
Is that a Submerge? Because then you just win.
He wouldn't win it. He'd still be a couple points short.
No, doesn't he just submerge the slime before he attacks and then attack?
Yeah, but the guy's not big enough, yeah.
Okay.
Alright, so Paul drops to 5. And I believe this is a Delver. Oh, no. Oh. Okay, yep, there's Delver. Paul draws Engineering Explosives. Wow. That's really good.
That is really good.
Yeah. Blows it for 1. And then play Liliana. Can't make
It's
it
also really good.
Yeah. Depending on... Okay, so he doesn't want to pump. His last card must be a good card.
No, I don't think it's a good card.
Really?
It's a Wicker Bow Elder.
Well, what card
I don't know if that one should be in there still. It's the Hill Giant from
it kills
from
artifacts
Morning
and enchantments?
Tides. Yeah, you remove
Oh,
the
okay,
minus one counter and then
Yeah, nah.
becomes a 4/4.
Yeah,
I like that guy, but
yeah,
I
like-
that guy's a good card. But
Yeah.
I don't know if he's good in this matchup.
Oh, okay.
I guess he has Sylvan
Ooh,
Library.
look at that. Lightning Bolt. Wow. I mean, Chris just had this game.
Yeah, I mean, he
locked
could have.
up.
I would have lightning bolted Paul there too instead of Liliana.
Yeah, probably, right?
Right, because you
Yeah.
have like chain lightnings and stuff in your deck,
I mean,
doesn't he?
no, he's just Lightning Bolt, but...
Oh, and like Fork Bolt.
And
So you're right.
Fork Bolt.
Maybe I do just bolt
No,
Liliana.
no, I would definitely Bolt Paul. Because otherwise you have no outs to win the game. You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
It's like...
Oh, he used his Volcanic Island to bolt Paul instead of using the Taiga, and then it didn't untap.
And I think he's just kind of scooped out of frustration. Yeah, like, I mean, Chris still could have won that game if he just bolted Paul.
Yeah. I mean, you could just top deck another
Yeah.
card spell.
All right, so I don't know. Some of these players seem to be getting frustrated, making a few misplays. So I wonder who's everybody at home is cheering for. You know? So I don't know, but keep tweeting in. I like your guys' tweets. We have some,
really like your tweets.
yeah.
I'm a big fan of Hacky E Sup.
Heck, me Aesop. Why? What did he say that was funny?
No, he's just said a lot of pretty funny things.
Okay. Yeah, he's busting on me for not pronouncing all the card names correctly.
Well, but I just like in a funny way. Like,
Oh yeah. Oh no. Me and this guy go way back. You know? Well, all the way from yesterday. You know, so that's all good. But yeah, keep tweeting in. Let us know what you guys are thinking. Let us know if I don't know what match you guys want to see next. I don't know what happened with the Dave Shields match. Dave said his matchup was completely terrible. He was playing against Goblins, and he has like 4 main deck dead spell pierces game 1, and he has no sideboard game 2 whatsoever.
Doesn't seem good for him.
Yeah, I mean, I think that we have his list right here. Yeah, so look. So main deck, he's got 4 spell pierces that are completely dead, and after sideboard versus Goblins, here's what he could bring in versus Goblins, okay? Because spell pierce is absolutely a dead card. He could bring in Tormund Script versus Goblin. He could bring in Red Elemental Blast versus Goblins. He could bring in Sulfur Elemental versus Goblins, which he probably has to.
He definitely has to.
Price of Progress.
Which he might even have to bring that in.
Yeah, it's just Sulfuric Vortex.
Which he might even have to bring in.
Smash Smithereens, no.
No.
And Submerge, no.
No.
So
Maybe just bring in the Submerges, play them for 4 mana.
They're 5 mana.
Oh, they're 5 mana?
Yeah.
You can't do that.
Yeah, his deck has 20 lands in it.
Yeah, no.
He needs 25% of his lands to be able to cast it. So, I mean...
It's not good.
Yeah. He could, if we look at the Goblins list, we can see how many, Taigas...
It's like average like turn 8, right?
Yeah. Do you have the Goblins list or no?
They do not.
Oh, wow. The only deck list that we're missing is the Goblins list. Unless the papers are stuck together. No, the papers are not stuck together.
Yeah, no, we just have 7.
Yeah, we have 7 deck lists. Ours, I mean, maybe the Submergers are good if, he's got multiple Taigas.
He does.
But, well...
He might have Tigers.
Yeah. So...
You never know.
Yeah, we don't know. But...
Alright, so...
Long story short, these guys are shuffling up for Game 3. Chris just got the nut draw Game 1. Game 2, he had it locked up, and then...
Yeah, he found a way to lose. Not too good for him.
So I feel this weekend of commentary, I noticed, this was the most that players who made a mistake, got punished and
actually lost because they made the mistake.
Well, lost the game.
Yeah.
The match, not so much, because we saw yesterday some players make some errors and they still won the match, but it was definitely I don't know. Maybe I was noticing more of the mistakes, or not too sure, or maybe with the new set, but it's like there's no really new cards that are interacting with each other. So
I think just the new set being legal also puts people a little bit out of their element, just in general.
Yeah, maybe.
People just play worse in the first week. Like I've generally, the PDQs I've won in the past have almost always been like first week PDQs, and I feel like other people just don't.
Yeah, and maybe just because there's a lot more on the line, with the increased prize pool, and people are getting more nervous and whatnot. So can't really blame them too much. All right, so Chris is going to be on the play. Paul looks happy. A lot of people are cheering for Paul.
Yeah, Veteran Explorer is sweet.
Yeah. Somebody else is saying you can't cast a Titan on turn 2 because there's only 5 mana. Right or no? Yeah, it'd only be 5. Like the land, Veteran Explorer.
Yeah, it's only 5.
All right, so Chris leads off with a Nimble Mongoose, and there is the Veteran, the Explorer. I'm trying to say all the card names fully. There's a Misty Rainforest from Chris, and he just passes the turn.
It's kind of sick. Like he cannot attack him this Veteran Explorer. Just cannot.
All right, wow. There's a Kaboth there. This is so sick.
This is really, really brutal.
Yeah. Chris just gets super punished for not playing any.
Let's see what he gets to name.
What would you name right here before Chris? Well, say it resolves. Here, look away, and I'm gonna tell you if it resolves, and then you tell me what you name without looking. All right. So.
But if he casts anything in response, you have to tell me.
Yeah. If he casts anything in response, I'll tell you.
Okay.
All right. So Paul cuts his deck, and Chris responds with a Brainstorm. So Chris responded with a Brainstorm. All right.
Okay.
So he draws 1. I'm not gonna tell you what he drew. 2, 3. I'll tell you if he does any more responding, or if the Cabal Therapy resolves or not. So Paul's board right now is a Bayou, a Forest, and the Veteran, the Explorer. With Cabal Therapy is in the graveyard, but it's actually still in the stack. Just for anybody who's just joining us. Chris's board is Volcanic Island, which is tapped because of a Brainstorm, Taiga, and a Nimble Mongoose in play. So we'll see what Paul ends up naming. Hopefully the judge will contact us and tell us what he did.
So can I say what I'm thinking now?
Wait. All right. So tell us what you're thinking.
Lightning Bolt.
Okay. No. Okay. He names Force of Will, and he shows a hand of Ponder, Delver, Wasteland.
Really? Why didn't he play the Delver?
I'm not sure. Oh, probably because he just brainstormed into it.
Oh, just now?
Yeah.
Guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's reasonable.
So that's probably my guess.
That's all those cards are extremely hard to name.
Yeah, of course, yeah. But I mean, regardless, Paul is in like great shape to win now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this one from Chris having it locked up to Paul. Now probably going to take the match. Yeah, Kitchen Finks.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's like...
It beats Nimblemongers.
Yeah.
Beats it silly.
I was talking to Reed. I was like, Reed, I need a card versus Rug in my Team Italia deck. He's like, yeah, Kitchen Finks is like the best card. And, yeah, I mean, it's pretty good. All right, and he passes the turn.
Kitchen Finks is just insane. Why is nobody playing that card?
I don't know. Nobody plays it. Ever since Undying comes out, Kitchen Finks, has got the boot. So, I don't even know what Chris could do here.
Wasteland to Bayou.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I know.
What's that card in his hand? The Gaddock?
That's such an obvious deck.
It was like a white-green.
Yeah, it did look like...
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, I think it was a Gaddock.
Yeah, I think it's a Gaddock too. Why is that in his deck?
I don't know.
There's literally nothing. Oh, it turns off Submerge.
Oh, okay,
That's actually kind of sick.
Yeah, that is sick. All right. Yeah. Submerge and Force, but Submerge more so.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow. All right. That's definitely really good.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know if I would have seen that at first glance. Because you think of it as like, oh, it costs 0,
Yeah.
And the same with Force of Will, like, those aren't the cards you're
Yeah.
really thinking about. I mean, you think about Force of Will,
Force of Will more, yeah.
just because it's Force of Will.
Ooh, there's a Green Sun Zenith. Is that what he just drawn?
No, you drew Green Sun Zenith.
Did he? I mean, why would he lead off with Gaddock then? Wouldn't he want a Green Sun Zenith? Because otherwise that Green Sun Zenith kind of gets stuck in his hand, no?
I agree.
Yeah. So, that's kind of interesting. Somebody says that Kitchen Finks has appeared in the last 2 Star City Legacy Open Top 8s.
Good.
And what deck?
And I mean, but that's the thing. It's like nobody plays it, and yet the people who do play it are top 8 tournaments.
Yeah, I don't even know what
like, how many times have you played against Kitchen Finks in Legacy in the past, like, 6 months?
Like, never.
Yeah, like, never to me either. And look, it's top 8 2 decks, that, like, the last 3 now.
All right, so there's another Wasteland from Chris on a Bayou. All right, so there's Delver. And it'll be Paul's turn right now.
I'm really surprised that Paul did that with Gaddock.
Yeah. Engineering Explosives would be good if, the Gaddock is not in play. I mean, the Gaddock hurts Paul a decent amount too. Can't play his Green Sun Zeniths. Can't play his Engineering Explosives.
It actually hurts him quite a lot.
Yeah. But, I don't know. Can't play Birthing Pod.
Oh, he cannot do this.
Yeah, he can't play Green Sun Zenith.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll give to untap his lands.
That's really, really bad now, because now his opponent even knows he has the Green Sun Zenith.
This is crazy. You would think after 9 rounds, 10 rounds, they would know the interactions, but maybe they're tired. I know I'm tired.
Yeah, no, I'm tired too.
Yeah, maybe we're not tired. Maybe I think I was tired, but now it's just like whatever.
Yeah, I think I'm past it also. Yeah, same, whatever.
Yeah. These guys didn't get past it yet. So.
These guys are like getting to where we were like 3 rounds ago.
Yeah. My tongue still hurts so much. It's like unreal. Is Paul trying to explain his story to the judge?
Oh yeah. I mean, clearly this is
game loss. Right now, if you were the judge, what would you do?
I'd give him a caution.
Really? I don't know. I think I would game loss him just like Jim Davis got game loss with the.
He didn't get game loss.
Essentially, he got game loss.
He essentially got game loss. That's true.
All right, the Delver gets flipped over. He revealed Lightning Bolt, and that's now it's interesting. Does Chris want a Lightning Bolt at Gaddock or no?
No, definitely not.
I mean, he has Submerge in his hand, right?
Does he really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure he does.
Then maybe you do.
Ooh,
I don't know.
Strangleroot Geist.
It's not very good right now.
Yeah, no.
I actually don't think you can play the Strangleroot Geist.
Why?
No. Because if you play the Strangleroot Geist, then your opponent will never kill the Galactique. Right? Your opponent will never ever want to use a card on Galactique.
Why?
Because you have Stranglegeist in play. So like whatever the Galactique was preventing him from doing attacking wise.
No, it's not about attacking wise. It's about, you know, Chris being able to cast his submerges or whatever he might.
Yeah.
You know. I think he might have 2 submerges now. Alright, so Chris attacks for 3 more. Passes a turn. And then when Mongoose is holding off the team. Oh, there's a Source to Plowshare.
It's a good one.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I hear Dave Shields talking. I'm pretty sure he lost. Alright, there's a Source to Plowshare on the Exactile Abomination.
Yeah, and there's not much Chris can do to interact with this, considering there's a Galactique in play.
And Paul's going to attack for 1 with a Veteran the Explorer.
He's getting in there. Card's really good. I think his outfit too, Veteran Explorer's outfit.
What's he wearing?
It's just got like this, like
cool
Ollie
shirt
from Cairo getup kind of thing.
All right, that's good. That's good.
Yeah,
I like it. I'm gonna do a quick Tezzeret check. The Tezzeret,
the Tezzeret check.
He didn't make top 8 though.
I know, he came in 11th.
Yeah, unfortunate. Tezzeret's gonna bomb now again. Wow.
Oh no, it sold like 20 copies since they did that.
Yeah, more. Yeah, like 26 copies.
A Wasteland for Chris.
Yep.
Let's see. Able to take out Paul's land, keep him stuck on just a few lands.
All right. So his hand is Green Sun Zenith and Sun Titan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he really wants that Veteran the Explorer to die.
Yeah, I mean, if that thing dies, then he's
Game
golden.
over, yeah.
It's really game over if that thing dies.
Yeah. All right, and Chris really can't do anything. He just plays land and passes the turn. Oh, Liliana. Wow.
It's a good one.
Yeah, it really is.
It's a really, really good one.
Yeah.
Grabs a Bayou here.
He almost wants to, you know, make himself sacrifice that Veteran the Explorer.
Yeah. Yeah.
I kind of want to be surprised if he made that play. Target himself. Like, I'm actually being serious here.
No, you definitely just target your opponent. There's no reason to...
And bash him for 5?
Yeah, because like if you do it the other way, then you might just like end up getting it dazed or something. And then you did so much work to just get blown out, right? Like this way, you're just like completely carefree.
Okay.
And you just win automatically no matter what.
Sure. Yeah.
The other way is way sweeter, though. I'll agree with you.
It is, yeah. All right, so there's a Ponder. Yes, I agree with whoever tweeted in about the Jim Davis that he definitely did not forget the token. So Chris is...
Yeah, and for those wondering at home, Chris's deck does not have basic lands in it.
Yeah, no basic lands whatsoever.
The Rug Delver decks generally do not play any basics, so those are the most popular decks right now, and that's one of the reasons why Paul's deck is so potent. I mean, he's playing against people who have no basic lands, and he's Veteran Explorers.
Yeah,
that card's OP.
And yeah, a lot of the players... Okay, there's Lightning Bolt onto the Liliana, and another Nimble Mongoose. There's a lot of players who you know don't need to go search out 2 basic lands. Their deck works on like 1-2 mana, you know?
Yeah.
All right, land number 5.
Yeah.
Chris is down to 11.
Ticking away at Chris's life total.
Yeah.
Also ticking up to the point that Sun Titan starts becoming a menace.
Yeah, definitely.
Delver of Secrets. That might actually let Chris win this race, but no.
Ooh, okay. So
yeah, now Chris has to make a decision here. Does he want to just go for it now, or is he going to play around days a little bit?
Let me think here.
He's going for it.
Yeah, honestly, I would have to be playing to...
Yeah, like you have a feel for it when you're in the game, I know.
Yeah, I don't want to say either way. But, you know, we'll see what happens.
Another thing that might be nice for Paul to start doing is to start waiting with those Cabal therapies so that you can wait to use them for the turn that you're going to resolve something really big, like a Sun Titan.
Sure.
And that way you know for sure
Yeah.
that's just going to make it through. And it just sticks.
All right.
Jeez.
So,
Makes him discard a card. Or makes him sacrifice a guy.
is that what he's doing?
Definitely.
Okay. Yeah, somebody tweeted in saying that the Mongoose 1 should not have died, but it should have died because the Kitchen Finch starts as a 3/2.
Yeah, the Kitchen Finch starts at a 3/2.
Yeah. So I think some people are confusing Undying with Persist. So yeah, I don't know what Chris could do now to get out of this. He needs like the Miracle Obliterate that doesn't exist. That would actually be pretty cool if they made a Miracle Obliterate. Like red, green or something, just for Chris's sake. Alright, so Delver hits the bin.
I think Paul's got this one.
Yeah, there's a Wasteland on the Bayou, just
Doesn't really do anything.
Yeah, and it looks like Paul's going to be on his way to top 4.
Pretty exciting. This deck in the top 4?
Yeah.
I like this deck.
Yeah. Each player discard. Finally discards that Green Sun Zenith. But he tried to cast earlier, but cannot because of Gaddock Teeg. I would just bash in with everybody here.
Everybody?
Yeah.
If you were actually playing, you wouldn't. You're just saying that because
to get it over with.
to get it over with.
I mean, bashing with everything isn't that bad. I mean, Chris would be left at 1 life.
Yeah, no, I mean it's not the worst play ever, but
Yeah.
I think like the right attack is probably Veteran Explorer and Sun Titan.
Yeah. All right, he plays.
He just
Caracas.
attacks with Sun Titan, which is fine.
Yeah, I mean that's fine as well. Chris falls down to 4 life, and yeah, I mean he's dead on board. So Chris is gonna look over the board and realize that hey, he could have played game 2 differently, but that's magic for you. He top 8ing one of these events is definitely a good performance. And sometimes you throw away games. Sometimes your opponent throws away games. Sometimes you top deck. Sometimes they top deck. That's how it goes.
Magic.
Yeah, that's magic for you. And you got to give credit to Paul for playing a deck that's
Really hard to play against.
Yeah. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Paul was in the same top 8 that I made back in Boston. So I think this is his. I don't know how many times he comes to these Star City Opens, but
I don't think